What's good, YouTube? And I am back at it again with another video. Another special video. Another story time. See, y'all seem to be torn in between the two of which one y'all would rather see. So, I'll just give y'all both. Look at the poll, man. At first, it was people wanted to see the first time my ship caught on fire. Now it's people wanted to see the first time I got shot at and robbed. Oh, man. So I'm just going to do both. Why not? Just give y'all the best of both worlds. I'm going to drop them at different times, kind of space them out a little bit. Just see how y'all like the story time. If y'all like it, you know what I'm saying? I keep rolling with it. If y'all don't, I stop it. I cut it out. But this is a story about how I was robbed and shot at. This all happened within like a 2-month span. Like, it's two different events, but a 2-month span. And it really changed my life. It changed the way I look at things. It changed the way I act. And man, it changed me as a person. So let's get right into it. So let's go back a little bit so y'all can kind of understand. I always got to give a backstory before we get right into it. In high school, I was more like a follower. Never really a leader. I was popular, but I wasn't necessarily a leader though. Like I used to follow the crowd. I was one of them people. Mom said don't stay out till 1. I'm staying out till 2. I'm like, fuck it, I'll risk the ass whooping, But I was a rebel, you know what I'm saying? I was one of those guys that pushed the limit. Man, I would do anything. You could have a girlfriend. I'm gonna go talk to her in front of you. Like I was wild. But in this instant, when I got shot at, I was my brother had a football game, right? He had played at a homecoming football game, and the game was like a rival game, but it was like a rival game between two. You have your rival schools. It was like the big game, like the biggest game of the season. A lot of people there. So I was hanging with these group of people, and I knew that it was a certain group of people that they was gonna get into it with. So I just wanted to be in the mix. Like when it pop off, I want to be there. I want to see it. I want to, I want to be in action. Me not necessarily thinking like, shit can go wrong, shit can go left. I could possibly get myself killed. I never used to really think before I did shit. And as you see in this story, that's just how I was moving. So the game went on and there was thousands of people. I went to a pretty big high school. It was thousands of people. And me and this certain group of people, we left and we went to the Waffle House. Well, let me take a step back. After the game was over, my brother came to me because I drove, and he was like, let's go home. Cool. But I'm like, nah, I gotta hang with the crew. I gotta hang with the boys. You hear me? Like, I gotta hang, like, we gotta hang out, man. That's the big game. What you mean trying to go home? Like, not realizing, like, he just played a whole football game. He tired. He don't want to go party and none of that. So I said, you know what, bro? Chill out. We're gonna have a good time. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be all good. We ain't gonna stay out too late. He's pissed. I'm driving, though. But he's pissed. He wanted to go home, but he sucked it up and he let me do my thing. We drove down the street to the Waffle House, and as we get to the Waffle House, I noticed that all the people that was at the game went to this Waffle House. The same group of people that I was hanging with at the time, they were there. So I get out the car. It's me, my cousin, and my brother. We get out the car, and I'm hanging with the group of people that I was hanging with at the time. After about 10 or 20 minutes of us being there, it was about 4 or 5 cars pull up, right? But when you're from the hood, you kind of like peep everything. So I peeped this from the jump. They all pulled up at the same time, and they parked way in the back, but they didn't get out. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, who are these kids? They didn't get out. They just rolled up, like just all at the same time. They parked backing in, and they all lined up with each other. I'm like, damn. So I tapped my boy on the shoulder who was next to me. I'm like, yo, it's somebody back there. It's like 4 cars just pulled up. 4 or 5 cars just pulled up. Nobody got out. Keep an eye on them. Nobody got out. Mind you, we from the hood, so we like already super aware of our surroundings. That's just like an instinct you got when you come from an environment that like we used to live in. So after that, they get out the car, and there's one guy get out the car, and he said he looks to one of the guys that I was hanging by. He said, what y'all trying to do? So I'm like, shit, it finna go down. Like, these the dudes. It's finna go down. Like, we finna tussle. Nobody want to use these no more. That's the thing. That's the problem. I used to love fighting, but nobody want to use these no more. So when you see danger, you really got to get up out of there. But I ain't thinking of that. I'm thinking we finna tussle. That was not the case. He said, what y'all trying to do? My boy like, shit, it's whatever you trying to do. Like, so the dude replies and he said, y'all trying to fight or y'all trying to shoot? When he said that, the dudes I was with already had guns. So they flashing. So I'm like, oh, this a different type of, you know what I'm saying? So the guy get back in the car. I'm thinking they finna leave. I guess this is my assumption, right? Because it was like synchronized. Like, it was like synchronized swimming. He got in the car. And I swear, this is what I think happened when he got in the car. He got in the car and it was on a group call. Because all of them got out in the same exact time. They got out the cars and all of them had guns. And they just, pow, 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 just shooting. Guys I'm with, they shooting back. I run to the side. Mind you, my brother and my cousin was there with me. But I didn't see them. Like, I run, but I don't see them. I could literally hear the bullets. If anybody ever been shot at or shot, you know when bullets get close enough, you can hear them. Like, you can. I mean, that's what they sound like. It sound like, I don't know if you ever been hit with a switch. That's what that shit sound like. And then I hear the glass breaking behind me because the bullets is going in the Waffle House. People in there shattering the glass. I hear it. I'm ducking. I'm running. The guy that I was with, he getting shot at. And he's like, I guess when you're in a frantic situation, when you panicking, like, you'll do anything to try to get away. The guy grabbed me and he getting shot at. So we both getting shot at together. Like, we trying to duck. The dude's pretty far away. And I mean, you know, thank God none of the bullets hit us. So we hit the corner. Boom, we running. I'm running to my truck. I run to the truck. I get underneath my truck. The guys get in the car, they spin around, and they still shooting. After they ended up leaving, I'm calling for my brother because I know I can't go home without my brother. I cannot go home without my brother. If you know anything about black mamas, if one leave the house, if y'all leave the house together, y'all better come home together. And my mom did not play that. If I came home alone, go get him. I wasn't finna explain that to my mom. Hell no. So I was going. I looked around. I'm yelling my brother's name. My brother's name is Malik. Malik, where you at, Malik? My brother hopped in the trash can next to the truck, the big green trash can. He hopped in the trash can. He gets out. My cousin had just had leg surgery, so he was already on crutches. He done ran. He's running, and he done split all his stitches up. He's bleeding, so I'm thinking he got shot. And I mean, we got in the car. My brother's whooping my ass. Boom. I told you not to fucking bring me voodoo. I told you not to. I'm like, oh my God, man. So I dropped my cousin off. He had to explain it to his mom. He kind of hid it. He didn't really tell her till the next day. I take my brother home. We go to church the next day. My brother got to sing in the choir, but he doesn't sing. He didn't sing. He's sitting up there looking like. So my mom like, what the hell is wrong with you? Come, you know how your mama give you the finger. Come here, bring your motherfucking ass here. So my mama did him like that. And he came down. She was like, what's wrong with you? He said, ask Trey. I'm like, oh my God. Are you fucking shit? He like, ask Trey. She talking about some, Trey, what's going on? Blah, 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 blah. I said, I don't know what he talking about. She looked back at him. We got shot at last night. I'm like, I'm finna get my ass whooped in the church. My mama like, what? Go back home. I didn't even notice. I got bullet holes all in my truck and shit. And that was the end of that. I didn't drive for a long time. And I didn't get an ass whooping because, I mean, it really wasn't my fault that we got shot at. But she was more so pissed that I put myself in that situation. So that's how that happened. And that made me even more, like, now I don't do large crowds. I don't go to concerts. I don't. It's a lot of stuff. Like, I'm always looking over my back. I mean, ever since that day, I do not like. It's a lot of shit I don't do. It really kind of fucked me up. But then 2 months later, I got a job at Dollar General. This is around the time. This is before the time I went to the trade school that I was telling y'all about. And I was just trying to figure out what I was gonna do with my life. And the Dollar General had only been open about two weeks. And I had been pulling doubles and stuff because we were just trying to get the store up and running. And my mom had told me, you know, don't take energy drinks. Don't take nothing, energy supplements that make you crash, whoop, 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 you know, things of that nature. And man, one day I went in doing my double. I went in about 4 o'clock in the morning. I popped these Gatorade energy supplements. And, you know, I'm knocking shit out. And I would say about 11 o'clock, I took my lunch break. But on my lunch break, I ended up dozing off, going to sleep. So, I don't know, like, you know, like them real deep sleeps, like you real sleep, like you forget where you at sleeps. I had one of them sleeps, and I remember while I was asleep, like sometimes you're aware of stuff when you sleep. It's really hard to explain. But I was asleep, but I remember hearing like running. You know, I don't know how, but I remember hearing running. So what happened was my manager ran past me in the break room and locked herself in the office. And then it got like silence, quiet, right? So then, you know, when you sleep, like you could feel somebody like standing over you. Like, you ever been sleeping, you felt like somebody was standing over you, and it's like your brother playing with you or something, or, you know, it's nothing, but you could feel like just an energy standing over you. So I'm sleeping, it gets dead silent, and I could feel somebody standing over me, but I don't open my eyes. I'm not really thinking nothing of it. So the guy taps me. He has a shotgun. He got one of them shotguns about big as your arm. About big as your arm, I say. He had a shotgun about big as your arm. And he tapped me with it. He said, "Get up." And I looked at him. I remember laying down like this, and I looked at him. I'm like, nah, this ain't happening. So I closed my eyes and I put my head back down. This motherfucker said, "Ch-ch." Woke up instantly. I knew what time it was. So he chambered the shotgun. He put it to my head. He told me to take him to the safe. So he had passed the safe, not knowing. I guess he thought the safe was behind him, but the safe was actually in like this little hidden area by the cash register. He told me to take him to the safe. Mind you, I was just a regular employee. I knew nothing about safe password, nothing. So I'm yelling out to my manager, what's the code to the safe? She's yelling it out, but she's so scared. She's screaming. She's, "Oh, please don't do nothing, please." She's not giving me the password. And then when she started giving me the password, she was giving me the wrong password. So I don't know if any of y'all work in department stores or restaurants and work anything with a safe. If you put the password in the wrong time, so many times, it's like it goes into like an armed robbery mode. Like, it's like it triggers something. So she gives me it once, doesn't work. She gives it to me twice, still doesn't work. She gives it to me for a third time, still doesn't work. This third time, the alarm on the safe went off, and he was triggered. He said, "Oh, you think this a fucking game? Like, you think this a game?" So I'm like, no, man, she just scared. I don't know nothing about no, I'm just a regular employee. She the only one got the pin to the safe. You know, I'm kind of like, I'm not really scared at the moment. I'm just like, man, this is it. Like, I really just thought like, man, he came here to do damage. You know, I've heard stories about this, like, since I was growing up. I just never thought that it would be me. So, you know, after he said all that, I said, you know what, man, just let me get up. I'm gonna get all the cash out the cash register. So I go, if you know, to work in any department store. Hey, Jim Bud, I'm telling this story. If y'all know, if you work in any department stores, the only way to open the safe is you have to scan something, you know, like swipe it. If the manager isn't there to like manually open, give me a bag of chips, I swipe, open it, give them the money, go to the other one, give them the money. This is a big Dollar General. Big Dollar General, we have about 4 cash registers. It was a pretty big Dollar General. So I gave them all the money, and in the midst of me giving him the money at like the second or third cash register, old lady came up to me. She might have had like dementia or something. I'm literally sitting here with a gun in my head, shotgun in my head, and she asked me to ring her up. So I'll just politely tell her she can have it for free. I clearly seen that she wasn't aware of what was going on, nor did she understand the severity of it. And he took the cash and he ran out. But as he ran out, a woman was walking in. And as she was walking in, he swung the shotgun at her and he hit her with it. And I remember him running out, and that was pretty much it. The woman, she stood there in shock and she just cried. She just cried. She just cried. I went over, I locked the door, and I tried to calm her down because she was having this crazy panic attack. My manager is already freaking out in the office, having this crazy panic attack. And then she's freaking out, having this crazy panic attack. So I'm trying to calm both of them down. It's money everywhere because he's running. He done dropped a lot of money and stuff. And, you know, pretty much after that situation, like, it was hard for me to sleep. I used to have, like, real bad night terrors. To this day, I don't sleep with the door open. Do not touch me in my sleep. Like, if you want to fight, touch me in my sleep. Do not, if you want to try to wake me up, say something. Like, do not touch me. Like, don't physically touch me. And, like, a lot of stuff just bothered me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but it really messed me up. But, like, now, like, I take no day for granted. Like, I know I'm here for a purpose because, man, I've had some really, really close encounters, like, with death, for real. Like, really, really close. And, I mean, that's why I really understand this mental health thing, where people be coming from when they've, you know, seen somebody get shot. Like, I understand. Like, you know, I've never experienced nothing like that. But, man, I've only experienced a fraction of it, and I know how it feels. So just me imagine somebody getting shot or whatever. But with all that being said, man, just learn from your past. Try not to make the same mistakes twice. Be aware of your surroundings. Please be aware of your surroundings, because there are people out here to harm you. I'm shooting a vlog today, and man, somebody broke into me and my girlfriend's car. And not only did they break into it, in the car, it had my garage door open, where they could have easily got into my house and like physically harm me and my girlfriend. So, you know, you just got to be smart about the things you're doing, what you're doing, and who's around you. Just really pay attention. And man, that's pretty much it. It changed my life for the better. You know, I'm a better person because of it. I don't involve myself with nothing that's going to endanger me, get me locked up, nothing. No, we not doing none of that. But hey, man, if y'all like these stories, man, I got some juicy ones. If y'all like these stories, man, make sure y'all let me know in the comment section below. And man, I'll try to do another one for y'all. Hey, and I'm here for y'all. I'm finally monetized, man. So y'all watch them ads for me. You feel me? Your boy gonna be like Mr. Beast. But nah, man, for real. If you haven't already, man, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Please, please, please. Make sure you follow me on IG at TravionWilliams_. And man, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.